first question is, what is your purpose in life?
You didn't even warn me. I think if I'm going to be general, it's to help people. I think there's a lot of different ways that I do that, but I think it's to help people and point them towards God or show them God's love.
My purpose right now is to serve God and to serve others and to help people know and experience Jesus.
Be the best mom and wife I can be, bring the best out of my family.
To be the best version of me, the most real, honest, and most comfortable with who I am, and just not letting that affect me or let anyone stop me from who I want to be. So,
Do you know what your personal mission statement is?
Nope, I don't know.
What's that?
No, I don't. It would probably have something to do with helping people or cooking delicious food for people.
I am hoping to get some more clarity on my personal mission statement, but just to learn more about it and why it's important, so that I can really have a vision for my life.
Hey, how fun is this? We get together and be able to discover and talk about your mission statement. And sometimes, you might go along every day and think that you might not have a purpose for living or why you're living. But today, before you leave, you're going to at least get a glimpse of what's inside of you. All of you, we've been talking about being a fighter, and you are a fighter. But how can you fight for what you know to fight for if you don't know what's in you? And so today is your day. The mission statement that you're going to write today, literally, is going to help lead you and focus you on the right goals and the right way you're supposed to go every day. It's a thought out statement that can act as both a harness and a sword. Wow. A harness is drawing you in, saying, this is what you need to focus on. Or the sword could be like, got to cut this off, This is draining me. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And then look around, because there's probably someone that is supposed to be doing what's dragging you down. There's probably someone over here going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And you share with them, well, this is a need. Oh, I've been feeling that for a long time. I never thought that, you never know by you cutting it off how you're going to give an opportunity for somebody to step up. I was talking to a pastor's wife. She's about my age, and about 20 years ago, we wrote a mission statement for her. But I questioned her mission statement because I said, wonder if you're not a pastor's wife anymore. And her calling was at that point to be the worship leader and over all the music team. And her mission statement was to create and inspire an environment that will lift up people. Wow. Yeah. And I said, wonder if you're not the music pastor anymore. Right. You feel like you're called to write these songs and inspired to do music all your life. And lo and behold, it was probably about 11 years later, she's no longer a pastor's wife. I want to say it was about a year ago. She came up to me and she said, okay, I was feeling really bad because I remember you said that, my mission statement is not going to help me once I'm not a pastor's wife and the music pastor. And I was getting really discouraged. But she said, can I tell you that my mission statement I discovered works for what I'm doing right now? Wow. And I'm like, well, what is that? She said, I have redone over 25 homes, and I have created and inspired environments for people to be uplifted and to do what they needed to do in their everyday life. Jesus had a mission statement, which was John 10:10. And he said, I have come that you might have life, and that more abundantly. Ironically, Satan's mission statement is in the same verse, John 10. I have come to kill, steal, and destroy. And he's been working on that ever since. Don't even get me started on that one right now. We'll be on another message. Joan of Arc, which I told you girls, her heart was to save France. Enough was enough. Families were losing their homes. She said, enough is enough. And she did what she had to do until she was killed at the age of 19. Princess Di, her mission statement, to be the Queen of Hearts. Wow. She wanted everybody to feel the love coming from the big mansion, so to speak. Mother Teresa, her mission statement, to show mercy and compassion. Wow. Nehemiah, rebuild the walls, rebuild the lives. Wow. Kevin Gerald, you guys know him. Locate and communicate wisdom. Wow. Although Pastor Jody can tell you and I can tell you, sometimes we'd be eating dinner and he'd tell us what was wrong with the dinner. And I'd look at him and I'd say, this isn't the place to locate and communicate. And then I wake up every morning. The best days that I have is when I illuminate and ignite purpose in the lives of others. Wow. Those are my best days. When I'm not illuminating and igniting purpose in the lives of others, then generally my day doesn't go as well. And that is, I can just go into a store and look at somebody and I'll say, wow, you got a great smile. There must be a reason why you have that smile. Wow. And sometimes they'll just like, wow, you just made my day. You never know what you did, but I illuminated and ignited just something I felt inside. And you guys have heard it. It says, I knew you before you were born in your mother's womb. I created you and I designed you. And so today you're going to open up these papers here in just a moment, and you're going to start and begin to know what was in there for you, okay? You're going to start hearing something that maybe you've never heard before, because I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you some cheat words, okay? Which is really good for you. Everything you look around, I want you to just look around for a second, because everything that you see in this room, everything you see in everybody else was created for a purpose. Yeah. That dishwasher, thank God it was created. That iron, thank God it was created for a purpose. And look at Danielle, you got a purpose. April, you got a purpose. Some of the things that go through your mind in the last few moments might be, why do I need a mission statement? Sure. And the biggest one is, there's 3 little things here, so you don't make the wrong decisions, you only make the right decisions. Jesus knew his mission statement, so when Satan said, hey, you're the Son of God, why don't you just turn that stone over there into bread? Why don't you do that? If it would have been me, I'd like, oh yeah, here, see? But you know what he got? He's like, that's not my mission. Yeah. Wow. I'm not here to prove who I am. I'm here to give life and that more abundantly, and you don't want that from me, so I'm not here to prove anything to you. And then another reason why you need a mission statement, so you know what kind of relationships to have. Wow. He was going down the road, Jesus was, and he said, who am I going to have dinner with tonight? Let me think. Oh, look at that little short man up there in the tree. I think that's Zacchaeus. He's that taxpayer guy the tax guy. I think I'll have dinner with him. Right. But he knew that was the right one. Wow. Because he knew his mission statement. He wanted to give life to him. And then knowing your priorities, you've got to know. Because wonder if Jesus wouldn't have went into the garden that night because he was too tired. But he knew he needed to be in that garden to pray. Yeah. He knew the priorities needed to be where he needed to be. So if you don't know what your mission statement is, your priorities are going to be a little off. Yeah. You're going to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. You're going to get one sentence, something that's down in here, and you're going to go like, how's that going to happen? You're going to see in just a moment. On this page here, you're going to see where there are verbs. In a mission, there should be something that is action that you can do. And so you're going to pick out 3 action words for your mission statement. And I want you to pick out 2 in each column. Or if you want to go to 1 and you see 3 in the next column. And you should come up with probably 8 verbs. All right? So put an X, put a circle. And if you have to stop and think about it, then that's not your verb, okay? What leaps out on the page for you? I'm giving you 10 seconds. No. so some of you all picked out, or all of you picked out some verbs. And we're gonna talk about those verbs. But I wanna remind you, a mission statement is gonna be no longer than a sentence. It's not like you're writing out your goals and you're writing out what you're gonna do for the next month. No, it's gonna be a one-line mission statement. A 12-year-old should be able to understand your one sentence mission statement. And it's your elevator pitch. So I always thought, okay, if I'm wanting to do something to help recognize people, help people to see their purpose, and I needed somebody to help me get there, maybe if it's overseas, like I'm helping like right now, South Africa actually, and people needed to donate to the cause, I might get in an elevator with somebody that is supposed to help me, but if I couldn't have my elevator pitch ready, but when I'm able to say, no, I'm a pastor's wife and I illuminate and ignite purpose in the lives of others, some of them it's just like, wow, what did you just say? Wow. And that's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to say that. This is the reason why I'm living today. And you never know how it could turn somebody else around. So now, I want to hear, or at least, let's do this. Go to the blanks. You have 8 blanks. And write 8 of those verbs down. Now, I want to challenge you as you write, if any of them are alike, such as excite, ignite, illuminate, try not to have 4 of those alike. Try to find the next word, because illuminate, ignite, those are all the same thing oftentimes. The meaning, if you go to the Webster dictionary. So try to put away and only have like 2 of the verbs that are alike. Somebody throw out a verb you have, a couple of verbs you have. What do you have, Britt? What's a couple of verbs?
Build, communicate, dream, lead.
Build, lead, communicate,
Dream.
Those are all very good. I think they're all separate. Probably when I went to redo my mission statement, I opened up a thesaurus. So you can go to the computer, go to the thesaurus. As you're gonna write today, you're gonna go home and maybe for the next week or 2, play with those words, get in that dictionary. And if that build, you thinking, okay, I like build, but is there a really cool word for build? Yeah. You know, go to the thesaurus and the thesaurus and see if that is the word that leaps out in you every day to be able to say that word, which build is a great one because it can go big. Anybody else want to share some of your verbs? What do you got, Danielle? What are a couple verbs?
Release, restore, reclaim, encourage.
I love it. So restore and reclaim, we're going to watch and see if it's too much because they are the same. Renew would be another one that's just like that. That could be the same. And all right, so now that you guys got 8, you're going to love me, but this is quick here. I want 3. Which ones could you not, you cannot go to sleep because they're not on the paper.
Is motivate and inspire
Too similar?
Yeah, so motivate, if you go to the thesaurus, oftentimes they do have those in the same framework. But I have illuminate and ignite purpose in the lives of others. So I ended up with two that are similar, but I felt like I needed to illuminate, to awaken, or reawaken, and then ignite, like light the match. Yeah. So I felt like my two words were the same but different. And so as we narrow it down here, you'll know which ones, because now you've looked at the list and there's going to be a few like, oh, okay, I can use that one, but maybe I want to add this other one to my mission statement. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now that you got three, we're going to find a noun. My noun was purpose. I thought at first a lot of mine was going to be restoration or restore, but it didn't leap out as much. So you're going to go down here. You've gotten three action words. And your mission statement should all be about helping somebody else. Yeah. Okay? That's your action. But who is it? What's your core value? Can you pull out two of the core value nouns in the word list that is in front of you now, which is truth, integrity, honesty, freedom, trust, faith, justice, wholeness, honor, self-worth, service, kindness, safety, positive attitude, innovation, knowledge. There's so much there. What just like leaps? You go, that's it. Anybody want to say something that leaps out? Integrity. I love that. So what would be your verbs? What were some of your verbs?
Inspire, reflect, and reclaim.
Integrity. Wow. I love that. Because you can help do that in the lives of others. This is something that you have to definitely think about. It's something that you can't do for them, but as you fulfill your mission statement, your purpose in life, it's helping someone else. And so like you can't reclaim it for them. Right. But what was your other two verbs? Inspire and reflect. So you can inspire them to reclaim integrity. You can reflect to them possibly, or you might find reflect and illuminate. What's another word for illuminate, reflect? Anybody? Reveal, yeah. So go to the source. I'm having a problem with that word today. Go to there, on your computer and see if there's another word. So you got those three for integrity to be your noun, your core value. That is beautiful. And even as you go to write your vision, go and look at all the words that go with integrity. Go into Webster, Go look and see what all you can find or what the other words are. And that's going to help you write maybe what your goals or your life will be with your statement there. Here's how your mission statement should sound. You guys have 3 verbs. I live to wake up, or I live or I wake up to, and your 3 verbs. I live to, what was your 3 verbs?
Inspire, reflect, and reclaim.
Inspire, reflect, and reclaim integrity. Or I wake up every day to inspire, reflect, reclaim integrity in the lives of others. Or you can say, in my world.
Yeah.
Okay? Anybody else want to share verbs? Danielle. What is? Wholeness. Yes. That's a good one.
Compel, restore, and release wholeness.
Okay. I wake up every morning to compel, restore, and you could say show others how to release wholeness. Okay? Because we want to figure out how you can help someone else. Hey, I want to ask the youth, did you guys get anything that makes sense to you guys?
My verbs were believe, discover, and enlighten.
So your verbs are believe, discover, and enlighten. So do you have a noun? What leaps up within you?
Love and charity.
Love and charity. So love and charity is the same thing. Charity, unless it's working with charitable nonprofits. So I wake up every morning to help others discover. Or enlighten could be something even we can figure out if there's another words. But right now you probably live to help others discover, love, joy, something, whatever. It's going to come to you, but in your feeling of every day. Oftentimes, if you stop and think too, my mission statement is because of what I went through when I was just sexually abused and I felt like I had no purpose. I felt like God could never use me. Wow. And because I felt like I had no purpose, that I had my misery, so to speak, of feeling like I was nobody, and I felt a real wanting to help other women in this situation. It became something that became my mission in life, to uplift women and to make them feel like no matter what has been done to them, that they had a purpose and they had a reason for living. And sometimes, often, your experiences, and you guys are so young. Joan of Arc at 13, she had went through a lot. She lost her home. Her family was devastated. And so she went through an experience. And as you guys get older, you're going to go through experiences that is going to actually help you develop what is inside for you to breathe and eat and to talk about to somebody else, which is really exciting. But this one thing, the last thing I want to show you is, let's find out specifically the who and what causes for which people. So you go down here, and if you've been raised in a situation where there was a divorce in your family, there was family issues, domestic violence, maybe you've seen children that haven't been protected, maybe you believe in justice, maybe there's a biblical worldview that you just want everybody to understand better. Our girl in South Africa, she was an orphan, so she believes her mission is now to help other orphans. Politically, if you just feel like you want to be and show truth and justice and integrity in the political world. Spiritually, civil rights. Is there a cause right here that leaps out in front of you? Mine for years was just women. You have now your verbs, which is your action to put to work to helping somebody else, and why you want to wake up every morning, and your core value. And it's okay, you can have 2 core values. If there's 2 core values, deal with that for a while until it really illuminates and lights up for you, and maybe you'll have 2 core values, and that's fine. And then if it's for a specific person or people, that's what we want to get you guys to focus on, because you got something within you. If you're breathing, there's a reason. And I don't want you to stop with just this little peek in today. You've got these verbs, and you're probably even going to go home today. Some of you pretty much got it. I think Daniel's got hers. Misha, I think you're pretty close, so you might want to tweak something. Are you guys inspired? Yes. Let's go do what we're supposed to do, all right? Come on, let's do it.
So my verbs are lead, dream, communicate. My noun is wisdom. And I have not finished it yet, but I am working on it, and I'm excited to come up with my mission statement.
So I'm about like 85% done, but what I have so far is I live to create, affect, and engineer self-worth in my world. Then that's all I got so far, but I'm really stoked for what I have to come, so.
My statement is not finished yet, but I do have some words that really inspired me. Believe, enlighten, and discover. I think that I will add those in to my statement once I figure it out, but I have lots of time because I'm only 13, so.
My mission is to inspire others to help reflect and reclaim their integrity.
I wake up every morning to compel, restore, and release purpose into young women and marriages.
My mission statement is I live to advance, nurture, and embrace hope in the lives of others.
Okay, so I have 2 sentences. I like them both. They're both a little bit of a work in progress, but I'll tell you what I have. The first one is I inspire and motivate others to affirm their dignity. I also like self-worth. They're similar words, but Pastor Sheila said to kind of look them up and see which one speaks to me. I also have I live a life that motivates others to affirm their dignity. So that's what I have so far.